So this is Husky. I've been here 2 days. Today Tuesday. And I almost left because I finally got my my permits. So I came here Monday morning as a good boy, ready to rock and roll. Did my bond, did all my border crossing, prepared everything, looked at my route. This is a Husky. Some very nice sunset is going on over there. And I've been sitting in the same spot behind this guy over here. Fuel is $1.19 per liter Canadian. I know most of you American guys have no clue what that means, but it means it's okay. It's not too expensive, but so I came here Monday, ready to go. So I start calling, emailing my permit service company, and you know, you don't want to irritate them too bad, but whole Monday nothing, Tuesday 9 o'clock nothing, 10 o'clock nothing, and 12 o'clock I finally get a permit for Pennsylvania. And always happens like this for some reason. People forget that there's something else between Canada and Pennsylvania. So I still wasn't able to go, but what I did is I said, thankfully I got my internet, right? I got my Canadian Bell Mobility, so I sat down and I created this. See for myself, just trying to memorize the route. So that's how they send me 219, I-80, 949, 322, 2005. And then I made a note that I'm gonna scale over here, and that's my stop at this Charles Machine place. And then there's a whole bunch of instructions to the end of Pennsylvania, so that's West Virginia line. Like this beautiful drawing over here, that represents the line. And then finally, yeah, so the New York permit. Oh, and also I did the bridge permit. Hold on, I'm gonna use my little grip. See this? I love this thing. So handy. And note this. You see, you don't get this. You have to buy it. It's like pay like 20 bucks. I don't know in Canada here, but probably you can find it for like 5 or 15. And this thing goes up. That's where you put the camera. And why I added this, because then, you know, when you hold it, the camera, you don't have to raise your hand too high, so it's very comfortable holding like this, you know. And plus it's an immediate tripod, you know. Anyway, so let me just put this in here real quick. All right, we're good to go. All right, now it's gonna be steadier. Not steady, but steadier. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw that, just DJI just came out with that little Osmo Pocket camera. It's like a build all-in-one with a stabilizer. So what, now I'm gonna sleep next to this guy? I was just checking if I have magnified view. Anyway, and he had his birthday was in the first week of December, and I said, hey, Alex, I'm gonna buy you this camera, because they didn't. He's in Russia, and back then they didn't come out. They hadn't come out yet, and I looked on B&H photo website, and it says available for pre-order. And so I pre-ordered one. I think it was like 350 bucks, and they okay sending to Canada. Of course, you have to pay HST, you know, like a sales tax at the border, but they do it automatically. And he's gonna try it, and then I'll say, hey, you, like, I'm gonna send it to you because it's coming to me. So I'm gonna send it to you, the DJI Osmo, and it has stabilizer. You know, that's the cool part. What I was trying to say is that, you know, a lot of footage, especially I was at fault in my many of my earlier videos because I was using this what was that little camera I was carrying everywhere. I really liked it, and then they stopped making them. And that one you can hold vertically. It was actually pretty cool. You know, it was so small. And of course, it's all shaky footage. At least here on the phone, they do have a little bit of a stabilization, and GoPro has stabilization. But this DJI Osmo is said to be, you know, pretty good. And so my brother is gonna test it, do a review, post it on his channel, and then he'll tell me what he thinks. If it's good, I'm gonna buy it for myself, and then hopefully my footage will be, you know, less shaky. Anyway, we have a tow truck over there. A beautiful Freightliner Classic. And over here, what I wanted to show you guys, by the way, the good news is that I'm not 13.8 or 13.9, I'm just 13.6. Okay? And the other day when I went again to check my check the measurements, hold on, how do we do this? Don't try this at home. This is something only professional truckers can do. And you see all these tie downs, they're no good. They're just for I think when they lift. Here we go. This way we can see far, far away. And what I wanted to show you, this top secret footage. In case you ever wonder what a mobile burner on tracks, aka carbonizer, looks like. So you see it has a very, that's why they were saying it's heavy. This part is heavy because it has these, check this out. See, it has this concrete panels. You see that? And then of course over there, that's pretty heavy too. And look at the thickness of this thing, right? It's pretty thick. It's actually sick, looking sick. But that's what it is. So they put stuff in here and it burns and basically eliminates whatever you need or whoever you need to be eliminated, right? So now if I only, oh, look at this. Kind of like a micro CIA special antenna. Anyway, so let's get down to business. See what I do for you guys. I'm literally risking my life to show you the footage that you might find interesting. No, it's not too bad. I like climbing. You know, when you were a kid, right? You were probably climbing all over the place, like all over trees. So it's the same kind of a tree, except it's made of metal. Alright, all my shims are in place. We all good to go. Yeah, so basically what I decided to do, I called the broker, right? I called the broker, I said it's too late. By the time everything was done, I was like, it was 3. I like this. I'm keeping all this. And I think I'm gonna do a sale. So Mitch, if you're watching this, let's do a yard sale, okay? I'll give you 10% commission. Okay? See, my pusher is down. Like the rig looks great, you know. Oh, which reminds me, since they're sending me on, I didn't want to go, but they're sending me on a toll I-190, 190, which is a bit scary, because on the way between the border and US 5, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna, normal is 3, position 3, right? I got 5, 4, 5. So 3, Fontaine says 3 is normal, but I'm gonna go down to 2, make it a bit lower. Because I'm scared, like I know I'm 13.3, you know, like really? And I have the lowest position over here. I got, see, position 1. And by the way, somebody was asking about the welds. This thing, it's massive. That's why this trailer is 6,000 pounds heavier than the 55 ton. That's why, because it can withstand abuse. So nothing happened. No cracks, just a couple of scratches. So we're gonna fix them. No big deal. Happens every day. But I did get a couple of $100 from the broker. But just because the, oh, check this out. The guy just rolled in. Okay, where's my ×2 button? All right, you see that? So what do we have? Is that a machine on its own trailer, or is it a separate trailer? No, I think it's some crazy super long machine with very big overhang in the front and in the rear, right? It's just the tracks are in the middle. What did it say? Chieftain 2280 or 2299, something like that. Some kind of a road construction machine. And I lost my thought. So yeah, so I called the broker and I said, too late to go now. And I look at Tracker Path to see where the truck stops are, you know, because I thought, okay, by the time I go grab a coffee and I drive this, it's only like 6 miles to the border from here. But you know, crossing the border sometimes can take 2 hours, you know. Like, what do you do if they say, okay, have a good day, you're all set, and it's dark right outside? Like, what do? Park on the shoulder, you know? Because you can get a huge ticket. But basically, yeah, the sunset was at 4:45, so I can drive 30 minutes after that, 5:15. But it was already almost 4 o'clock. Oh, and then I have to stop. Before I even go to the US side, I have to stop on the Canadian side and pay the toll, the oversized load fee. Because normally, when you cross this bridge, Queenston-Lewiston, you only pay the toll, the regular one, when you're coming back into Canada. There's no toll going into US. But for me, they decided to make an exception. Hey, this is Captain Sergei. No, it's because I'm oversized, because I'm over 130,000 pounds. That's when they have this special. And because I'm wide, 11 feet 9 inches wide. And so I have to do that. And that can take like 30 minutes. By the time you find the guy and he takes you into the office, you pay, you get back to your truck. Because they're on the Canadian side, right? And so I figured I'm not gonna make it. Oh yeah, and so I looked at the Tracker Path to see where the truck stops are. And there's one tiny truck stop reporting 10 spots only altogether, 10 spots, parking spots. Exit 22, I-190, just south of the border, maybe 15 miles. Okay, so I can make that one. But thanks God for the street view on Google Maps. I look on the pictures, and the entrance is from the road, and it's very small. Like I know my truck by now, right? I know how much space I need to turn around. I know that I won't be able to park in anywhere there if there is spots, unless I just drive in. I drive in, and then in the morning have to drive out into the traffic on on this, I forget, but it's like a four lane road, you know. And then the other one is the only other truck stop in that area is called Jim's Plaza in Cheektowaga, which is away from my route, so I cannot go there, because the way these guys want me to go is I-190 down to exit 7, and then take US 5 down to New York 179. Basically, I go like this. This is Canada, you know. I go southeast. I go over 2 very narrow bridges on that Grand Island, and then I go through Buffalo, and at the bottom I take exit 7. I take US 5 like straight down, and then I take I-79, which goes east, and then I take 219, which goes south, and then 219 goes like this, and I stay at 219 to all these mountains and ski resorts. It's gonna be crazy ride. And I'm sorry I don't have my I lost all my, you know, head mounts, and I don't have my I lost that frame, because you see I have this, right? I could have attached that frame. Like I have the GoPros, I have 2 GoPros, but I don't have the frame. I lost everything at the hotel. I left it, and they would not give it back to me, despite my 2 calls, and one time I even stopped there because I was staying again at the same hotel. See, I got this, right? This one is to film myself, because it's like pointing towards me. But both of these are very bad for talking, you know, like when the truck is running. You guys were complaining that there's too much background noise. So basically this GoPro, the only way for it to work and record audio properly is when it's on my head. For some reason, then, because the camera will be somewhere here, you know, it's okay. And it's hands-free, right? Because I can start it, then start the truck and drive into the sunset or sunrise, and I don't have that. And so I called the broker, and I said, buddy, here's the story. I told you, right? I got the permit. First, you know, bridge permit, then Pennsylvania permit, then New York permit. But I said, I only have 1 hour left. So I don't want to be left without a chair, you know, like in that music game. I said, I'm staying here. I'm 6 miles away from the border. You know, I think that's the smart thing to do. You know, you got to think what are you going to do when you cross. And he says, oh, I was thinking the same thing. He says, before you called me, I was thinking that he's running out of daylight, you know. And I said, yeah, okay. Then it's settled. I said, I already looked it up. The sunrise is 7:45, which means I can start tracking at 7:15 over here at this Husky truck stop. And I don't need fuel. I don't need anything. So I'll be at the border at like 7:25, 7:30. So hopefully I will cross by 8 o'clock and pay the toll, and then I can start trekking. But like I said, it's too bad that I don't have my camera, because it's gonna be some real scary driving tomorrow. So those bridges, I hate them. Those bridges. There's 2 lanes, like the bridge on and from this Grand Island on I-190. But there's like maybe like this much shoulder. You know, what is this? Like 3 inches? 4 inches? Like, I swear, on each side there's 4 inches of shoulder, and then there's concrete barrier, and then if you cross that, you're dead, you're in the water. And so even when I don't have an oversized load over there, I would go in the middle, you know, because I'm 8 feet 6 inches wide. You just, you know, I don't want to scratch the trailer. I don't want to hit the concrete barrier, and then people try to pass you, you know. So it's crazy. So of course now I will have to do that. I will have to what they call center line the bridge, and I believe in my permit says that. It says bridge marker, mile marker, this one and this one, center line, like go in the center, because there's no other way for me to stay in one narrow lane when a load is sticking out like this. You see where my trailer is, and look where my where the track is. You see in the mirror? So the track is much wider than the trailer. And so, but other than that, so the guy agreed. I said, yeah, let's wait. So it's about 180 miles from here to the place where they want me to stop in Pennsylvania. And hopefully I'm not going to be there too long. But tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Wednesday. So I don't know. I'm definitely not going to make it over there by Thursday. No way. Because Wednesday at lunchtime, 180 miles from here, right? So let's say it takes me 4 hours, because those roads are very slow. I'm there around lunchtime, so if I'm lucky and it only takes them a couple of hours to fix whatever they need to fix over there, and then I'm on my way, again, I only have like 3 hours of daylight time to drive. So that's another 150 miles, because again, it's still at 219. And only near Pittsburgh, I'm jumping on 379, and I gotta look up those urbanized crazy areas again over there. So basically Wednesday I won't be able to do much driving, you know, no matter what they do over there in this Somerville. And so that leaves Thursday. Okay, let's say I go crazy, I do 400 miles, like good conditions, no snow, no rain, and that means that by the end of Thursday, I will still have like about 500 miles to go to Jacksonville, you know. Anyway, and so I think the plan is, I know Monday, most states, because that's 24th, so most states allow driving until 12 o'clock, until noon. And after that, so you cannot drive, no matter whether you're oversized or not oversized. And then Tuesday, no travel whatsoever. And then Wednesday, you can start driving at sunrise or 30 minutes before sunrise, you know, depending on the state. So if I cannot deliver Monday, then I will have to wait till Wednesday, which is 26. I really don't want to celebrate the New Year. I don't care about Christmas, but New Year's Eve, I don't want to celebrate it in Florida. No, I'm kidding. I don't care where I celebrate that, but I was just hoping to get another load, you know, and do another load on the way back to Canada, make some money. And also I might run into some issues with my factoring company, because of course they're going to be closed. If I deliver Monday, nobody will give me any money until Wednesday. So that's not good. But we'll see what happens, you know. The key is to stay positive and look towards the future, set a goal, and go step by step towards it. So the goal is to deliver this load no matter what. No cost will be spared. I promise them to deliver this, I will deliver this. Oh, and the important thing again, as I always say, when you have only one piece, you have to make sure that it stays on the trailer. 2, 3 pieces, you can lose one piece, everybody starts panicking, you know, you show up there with an empty deck, not good. Thanks for watching, catch you later.